guys, it's Jessica, and I have 3 games that I want to share with all the mamas and the daddies, the grandparents, whoever is in charge of like 2 and 3 year olds. I have 3 games that I think are brilliant for that age group. So I have been a mom for almost 11 years. And two of these I kind of wish I would have had with my 3 boys, but I'm so glad that I've discovered with my last child, my daughter, Patience. Um, but I know that many of you are looking for things that they can play a little bit independently. There's so many games out there that are either they're just so incredibly simple that it almost feels pointless to be playing it with them, or it's not very fun for you either. Or they're too complicated and you find yourself doing a lot of the work for them. And so I don't necessarily love to play games. And so if I can find games that I like that are still fairly quick and that I enjoy and that the kids enjoy, then I definitely think that's something that I want to share. So the first one, I'm sure we've all played a matching game, okay? But we forget how incredibly simple a matching game is, but how it can really entertain for any amount of time. It can be done independently, or you can sit down obviously and play it with them. Now there are a million different varieties of a matching game. Of course, we have a generic one that just has like balls, butterfly, and stuff like that they're finding. This is a frozen one. I can remember having a Thomas the Train one and a Paw Patrol matching game, and all 4 of my kids have loved playing matching games. In fact, my oldest son, Ty, he still will play that with his siblings or bring this out and we can all play together, which is always a lot of fun. Now, keep in mind, since I'm talking specifically about those 2 and 3 year olds, more even like 2, probably a little older for matching. If they're younger, you keep them all flip side and just let them make the matches. That's really good skill for them to develop. But if you're playing and you're laying them all down, you're trying to play a traditional memory game, just keep in mind that at 3 years old, they're probably going to need a couple more tries to flip over or look. Choose. What we do with Patience is we'll have her choose one, and then we'll let her look for that a little bit longer than we will for the older boys as they're trying to play the true rules of memory. But I don't want Patience to be discouraged. We don't want our little ones to be discouraged or think it's not fun, and their brain might not be quite ready to remember to that extent. Now, if you want to work on that, then I recommend scaling the game down, if that makes sense. Okay, so memory game for just about any age group, but great if played the right way for the little ones. Now the second one, you guys are gonna kind of laugh at my box. It's been around a little bit. Actually, it's only been in the house. I've only had it for like 6 months, but we got it at thrift store, so I have a feeling that it had a lot of damage before that. All the pieces were there, but I was at the thrift store and one of my very good friends told me to get this game. I don't think I would have bought it otherwise. That's the thing, just because I've had so many games that I've just thought whatever with. But you guys, my 3-year-old loves this game. She has literally played it hundreds of times, and she will take it to grandparents' house. It is such a good game for her age and for older one. I mean, I think it's kind of fun. I don't mind playing it with her. My 6-year-old likes playing it. My 8-year-old loves playing it. I see my 11-year-old take it out and he'll play it with his siblings as well. So he doesn't mind it. But it is called Zingo. Maybe you're familiar with it. I was not. And it's just like bingo in respect of you get a little card. Each card has, different pictures on it. They're really simple things that like a toddler can identify. So bat, cake, clock, they need to learn them as they go, but they do really quickly because they're really easy to look at pictures and words for them to say. There's 2 sides. There's several cards in here. And then you get this little container. It holds all these little chips. It slides back and forth really easily, so a toddler can do that. They just slide it and then they can see heart or apple, and do you have that? Then you'd be like heart, and whoever says it first gets to take it for their card. And you just kind of like keep going through and doing that until you get your card filled and you get a Zingo, and then you're the winner. So super simple, but yet entertaining for everyone involved, and it's just all around a really great game for a toddler that I could not recommend highly enough. Okay, the third thing is more the gadget that I'm excited about. I just got it. I wish I would have had one for the boys as they were growing up. In fact, it's actually really handy for my 6-year-old too. It is a card holder. So I grabbed this at the store, just randomly saw it there. It wasn't even $5. I think it was like $3.99. And we really like Go Fish. It's a game I definitely recommend for toddlers. This is a very simple version of it. Hold out the instructions. It is one that just has these colors really boldly on it. But look at this, you guys. You know, it fits like a whole bunch of cards very easily. They come out really well, so they can pull it out. They can also put it in. But whoever thought of this is brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant. I think it is such a good idea. And so I played Uno with my 6-year-old, and it was so helpful to him to be able to see the cards. You know, their hands are little, and it just makes it a lot easier for them to be able to focus rather than fumbling with the cards in their hands. And so for a toddler, I recommend Go Fish, but make sure you grab a card holder because it's going to allow them to see what they have really easily. Because if you think about what you're doing in that game is asking the other person, do you have a blue fish? And they want to be able to see, do I have a blue fish, rather than shuffling through. So 3 really simple games that I definitely recommend for you to grab for a toddler. They would make great gifts if you have nieces and nephews or friends' kids. They just all around simple and easy. And I know when you're thinking about, you know, what games we want to really keep in the house when we go through so many ones that just aren't fun for the kids, or they lose the pieces and things like that, these games I highly recommend. So anyways, I hope that these that this helped you and that you find some value in it. So I hope you guys have a great day, and let me know if you grab one of these games and what your kids think.